I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting pretty. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
My name is Tim Davis, and I am a bona fide G and a certified stud, and you can't teach that. And with me is my friend Daniel, and he is a mushroom, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, horror for dummies in the room. How you doing? It is episode 224 here on Horror for Dummies. Welcome all to another fantastic episode. This is the Patreon pick of the month. We have a new Patreon that joined us last month, Mr. Jordy Vamvouklis. Thank you so much for joining us, Jordy. And he chose a little movie from the 80s. A little movie that really gets no love. I don't hear anyone really talk about this movie. And it's funny because it stars one of the probably biggest pop rock stars of the 80s, Mr. David Bowie.
Mr. David Bowie.
And that movie that we're doing on this episode is called The Hunger. The Hunger from 1983. On top of that, I made Luffy watch a movie that I'm pretty sure 90% of listeners here have seen it now, and that is a movie called Deadstream, which is streaming on Shudder. If you have not seen it, I highly suggest you go out and see it, but we'll hear Luffy's thoughts in a little while. Beyond that, we've got the usual shit. What have we watched this week? The question of the week. But, Luff, Mushroom, I'm guessing you're not there?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Why? What's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Did you want me to talk and stuff?
I mean, this is an audio podcast. Is usually your job to talk, yeah.
I was just kind of enjoying this show.
Okay. How's your week been, man?
Yeah, good. Yours?
Mine's been rough, man. It's been fucking long. I'll tell you what. Do you know what I did on the weekend?
So, tell me what?
On the weekend, I promised my kids that
First mistake.
Yeah. I promised my kids that we'd go camping, right?
Yeah.
We've been trying to go camping for probably 6 months now. Every time we get a free weekend, which is very rare.
First of all, you're camping. Continue.
Camping's amazing. You just...
No, it's wrong.
You can just get away from technology for a weekend. It's great.
Why would I do that?
Fair enough.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Cause
sounds terrible.
Nature's nice. You know, get out there and explore.
I've seen leaves and shit.
Anyway, so we've been trying to do this camping shit. We literally went out and bought like all the gear, the tent, the mattresses, everything. And we have not had a fucking weekend. Every weekend that we've tried to go either results in rain or some emergency that's popped up and we just haven't been able to go. So
emergency rain.
Yeah, acid rain.
Yeah.
This is just another killer here in Australia. So this weekend, last weekend that just happened, we finally got a free weekend. The skies looked good. There was no rain on the forecast. So we're like, fuck it, let's go. And then I remembered I had a eye appointment with my optometrist. But that was it.
How'd you go?
That was, I had to go get contacts.
Did you end up seeing him? Yeah.
Yeah, fucking horrible. So that was at 10 a.m. So I went and quickly did that, and then we were going to have the car packed and go. And where we were headed is Belangolo State Forest, and that's where
that's Malat territory.
That's where the murders happened.
Oh yeah.
The whole Wolf Creek story kind of originated from there.
Ish.
Yeah, kind of. And I only go there because one,
It's cheap.
it's nice. Two, yes, it's free. So that's the main
Price
reason.
is right.
And three, because it's the fucking murder forest. And me being me, taking my kids to the murder forest.
Hell yeah. You can just leave your kids there.
So we looked at the forecast one last time and it said 60% chance of thunderstorms. And and the week I just had, like, previous to this week, I was like just exhausted from work. So I said to my wife, I'm like, how about we set the tent up in our backyard? Because it's the first time, we don't know how the kids are going to go. And we'll just test it out. We'll do it in the backyard. And then if it's good, then it's good. And she agreed, and we did that. So we set up the tent in the backyard. We had a fire in our backyard. And
That sounds cute.
it was a nightmare.
What happened?
I mean, it wasn't like... it's not as bad as it sounds, but when you're fucking exhausted, when you're running around...
You just said it was a nightmare.
For me, it was, because I'm chasing after 3 fucking kids under the age of 10. And it was just... It was bedtime. Me and my wife were exhausted at about 8 o'clock, which is rare for us. And we said to the kids... Sorry, back up a little bit.
Okay,
We decided
backing it
to
up.
tell ghost stories.
Beep. Beep.
We decided to tell ghost stories around the campfire.
So Patrick Swayze dies,
Yeah.
and then...
So we're telling ghost stories, and my kids are telling me stories, and every time they tell a ghost story, it usually involves Leatherface or Freddy or multiple killers.
Shit.
I decided
That's scary.
to shake mine up and like really try and fuck with them. So I told them that there was this. I basically said that in our backyard there are things called the garden people, and what the garden people are like just a black figure. You can't really see like any.
So they'd just be looking for fucking shapes the whole night.
Yeah. So they'll just. I came up with a story on the fly and basically convinced them that there are people that live in like the shrubberies around my garden that are black silhouette and have white eyes, and they're like, what do they sound like? So I thought of the first movie I thought of was Us, Jordan Peele's Us. I didn't even think of that. No, I thought Jordan Peele's Us. So I said, they speak like this.
Oh, no.
And I said that there was one point where you guys... I made this like a full real story for them. And I said that there was one night where you guys were asleep.
Nice and horrible at the same time.
There was one night where the kids were asleep, and I was telling them this story, and I said, Daddy was down here cooking a barbecue, and he had to go out near the gardens, and he heard this noise that says, "Get out!" like that, and I noticed
that's a different movie.
I noticed
You get the wife, and then they were like, "Nope."
Nope isn't included. I noticed they started to squirm there, so I decided to amp up the story a bit more and told them that one other time I was taking clothes off the line and it was dark, and as I was walking back up into the house, I seen this black figure standing near the stairs, and as I came closer, I kept hearing it go, "Get away!" And I decided not to do anything about it and walk closer to it. And then it let out this shriek, and I did this like scream shriek, like like that, and the fucking sheer terror on my 3 children's face, like they were screaming, crying, like curled up next to my wife, like their mum, like hugging them, and I think maybe that ruined the night because after that they didn't want to sleep.
Idiot.
But fuck, it was funny. And because they didn't want to sleep, they kept mucking around in the tent, which riled up my fucking dog, who's still a puppy. And then she bit a hole through the tent. So now I don't have a tent, and yeah. So
it seems like it was all your fault.
Well, it was about probably 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I was like, that's it, everyone in the house. and we left the tent up and just went and slept in our beds.
Shit, it's almost like if you've got perfectly good beds to go to, you'll use those instead of sleeping in the fucking dirt like an animal.
Well, we have mattresses, blow-up mattresses.
No.
So we're not sleeping in the dirt, you spastic.
Yeah, you sleep in the dirt like a fucking dog.
So that was my weekend. It was fun. Not really, but it was... I mean, we did something. It wasn't just another weekend where I sat around playing on my fucking phone, holding my dick, you know?
Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, that is it for catch-ups this week.
Yep.
Unless
I'm all caught up.
Unless you have literally anything you want to discuss.
No.
I will mention right now...
Not with these people, anyway.
I will mention right now, there will be no episode next week. Unfortunately, next week is a huge week for both me and the Mushroom. Mushroom is moving house.
I'm moving house.
So that, I mean, he's doing it all by himself, so that will take him
all by myself.
The amount of shit he has, it will probably take him about 2 hours, but...
it's because I don't have to, have anything for my children.
Yeah. I mean, what do you got to move? A bed and a TV and a computer?
Not even. Just a computer.
Oh, yeah, you don't even need to take your bed.
Bed stand, TV's already there.
Jesus. Look at you go.
Plan this all out. But still, I'll be busy.
Me, on the other hand, so next Thursday night, I'm going to a concert. I'm going to go see Ailstorm, which, if you don't know who Ailstorm are, they're a Scottish pirate metal band. So they're heavy metal band from Scotland
Scottish.
that play, that sing about pirates and dress like pirates. Cool. It's fucking great. It's great. So I'm going to go see them. And then on the weekend, I've got a wedding. So we're going away for the weekend to attend a wedding. So literally no time.
Yeah.
So apologies for next week, but we're here now, and that's what matters, because you have us right now.
Right now, full attention.
Yeah. And on that note, let's start the show with What Horrors Have You Done?
What horrors have you done?
What horrors have we done this week?
Can I do mine first?
Go for it.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. What do you do all week? Like, honest question, not being rude. Like, what do you do of a night?
Of a night?
Or during the day? When you have free time, what do you do?
What I'm told from you.
Okay, besides that.
Play video games.
Okay, have you been playing anything good? Give me the gist on what video games you're playing. I'm so out of the loop with games.
Okay, well, Blinky got us back into Fortnite because he was like, hey, there's an Ash skin in Fortnite. And I was like, okay.
Is Fortnite good?
Yeah.
Is it really?
I like it. I mean, it's definitely for baby. Anytime the chat comes on or whatever,
yeah,
it's just like, hey, and you're like, oh man, everyone's 12.
So, okay.
But it means you go really well most of the time because they can't fucking play for shit.
No, it doesn't.
But then it also means every time that they do get you, a 12-year-old got you.
Yeah. And that's why I don't play games online anymore, because I tried to, and every time I verse someone, I'd usually get a fucking 12-year-old telling me to go fuck off and die.
But yeah, so I've been playing a little bit of that. Been playing heaps of GTA online.
You can play that
Still
online?
Lots of heists.
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
I'm so out of the loop with video games. I don't know what's happening. So
me and Blake have been doing heaps of that. And then I've just been mucking around my Steam Deck a lot.
What have you been playing on Steam?
Pretty much install a game, see if it works, and then go, cool.
Fair enough.
Because they're like portable and shit. So I'm just like, oh, does this work on this? You're like, oh man, that works mad. Sick. What else can I try?
Do you ever play anything like single player?
Yeah.
Like a Red Dead Redemption type game?
Yeah, I finished Red Dead when it came out.
Yeah, okay, no, but I mean like that.
These are just my in-between games. I'm currently replaying through Batman, Arkham City, because of Kevin Conroy dying this week.
Yeah, okay.
Which was a bummer. That super bummed me out.
I've never heard of the guy before this week.
Kevin Conroy is the dude who voiced the animated series Batman.
I thought Mark Hamill did that.
Mark Hamill voices the Joker.
Okay.
He also voiced him in the Arkham series as well. So I was kind of playing through it again, like sort of as a little shitty tribute, to him. Cause when I read Batman, I read it in Kevin Conroy's voice.
Okay.
And that was the Batman that, like, the animated series Batman was the Batman that made me, like, fall in love with Batman, you know? And
is his voice like the traditional Christian Bale Batman sound? Or?
No. He just deepened it a little bit.
Okay.
Like, it's just ever so slightly deepened, you know?
So it's not that fucking I'm Batman.
No, that's just Christian Bale.
Okay.
No, his voice is a lot more kind of sultry.
Okay, interesting. So
like when he plays Bruce Wayne, he plays him a little bit like in a more normal register, whereas like with Batman, he just lowers it a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
But he doesn't go.
So he's not fucking Adam Sandler trying to be in a death metal band.
That's fucking accurate shit.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, so you've been playing Arkham... Is it Arkham City or...
Arkham City I've been mostly playing, and then... What else have I been playing? Just lots of like free-to-play games, like Rocket League and Brawlhalla and stuff.
Cool. Okay.
Rocket League is basically just car soccer.
Yeah, I know Rocket League. I do know that game. Yes, I know one.
Look at that.
Yeah, I've never played it, but I remember seeing it advertised everywhere for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, tomorrow Pokemon comes out, so I'll probably smash through that.
Another Pokemon?
Every year, my dude.
Really?
Sometimes, multiple times a year.
Jesus Christ. What more can they do? You catch a Pokemon, make it fight, and that's it?
Pretty much.
Okay. Is it like multiple, like different Pokemons or something?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
There's like a different generation every whatever's.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's like me, like, getting in the latest wrestling game. It's all pretty much the same, but this one has this wrestler.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. For me, what horrors have I done? I've got a few here to talk about. We'll start off with, I finished Shudder's little documentary series called 100 Scariest Movie Moments of All Time.
Okay.
I wrapped that up. Overall, it was an interesting little series.
What was, oh, that's probably spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what number one was. I'm not mad with number one at all.
Okay.
When it came up, I was actually pretty happy. It is not what... Oh, maybe it is what you think. I had a pick for what number one... That what they will make number one be.
Yeah.
And that pick was in the top 10, but it wasn't number one. Actually, it wasn't really near the number one. It was kind of shocking. Jaws did not make it in the top 10. Super fucking bummed.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
It was in the top 20 though, so... But, it was good and it was interesting. I was more intrigued to see what moment made it number one. The problem with it is they kind of like talked about the whole movie instead of an actual moment. Like there were some times where they're like, it's this moment here that really got us. But a lot of them were like, this movie is excellent. But I'm like, yeah, but what moment? What moment is a scary moment? And they kind of didn't really touch on it. So, yeah, it was a little annoying at times. And I don't know. I think, like, quite honestly...
For Jaws, it would be like the head coming out of the boat or some shit like that. Or when fucking...
Yeah.
Comes up and eats the fucking boat
like,
or some shit.
I think for Jaws, they put the Chrissy moment, the attack at the start.
Yeah, okay.
Which, I mean, yeah, but for me, it was the fucking boat. Ben Gardner's head coming out of the boat. That still gets me. But, I mean, overall it was a list. There were some picks that I'm like, really? Scariest of all time? Okay, random. And it was like, it was updated. Like there was movies from last year on it. So, that was interesting. Overall, it was fine. I won't ever watch it again, so I don't really need to. So, yeah. So, on Sunday, after my little camping adventure, I was just super exhausted and just said to the kids, all right, fuck it, we're just having movie day today. And my kids wanted to watch a horror movie. Well, they wanted to have a horror movie marathon. So, before I mention what movies we watched, I will just say that my kids have grown up with my house basically being decked out a horror museum. I've got memorabilia fucking everywhere. I've got posters, toys, action figures, everything everywhere. My kids know that this isn't real. They've been spoken to and told that this is movie makeup. My wife has dabbled in movie makeup here and there.
Yeah.
So she's explained how it's made and everything like that. So if anyone out there is butthurt that I'm showing my kids these movies, they're my kids and they understand.
Yeah, make your own kids.
And I'm just saying that because I know there's some people out there that won't show their 14-year-old child Goosebumps, you know? But that's fine. That's your life. Don't at me, motherfucker. So I let the kids decide what movies they wanted to watch, and they wanted to watch a Jason movie. So we sat down, we watched Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives.
I've watched a Jason movie with your kids.
Yes, you have. While you were stoned off your head.
Oh, it's fucking obliterated. I was like, leave her alone. She just wants to watch Jason.
So
he's in space.
I'm not going to give you my short little review on these movies because everyone's seen the movies that I'm going to rattle off. But my kids' opinions on these movies, they really liked Jason Lives. They thought it was fun. Okay. I had to turn their heads away when a sex scene happened. That's the one thing I won't let them watch is sex. Because I can explain gore, but I don't want to explain sex. So, but yeah, no, they liked it. They like seeing Jason do what he does. The next movie they decided to watch, they wanted to watch a Michael Myers movie. So,
oh shit,
I decided
Austin Powers, huh?
I decided to go with them.
There's lots of good ones. It's like So I Made an Axe Murderer, maybe a Void Love Guru. But yeah, Austin Powers is pretty good. What was that? Wayne's World and shit.
If I don't cut him off now, he's going to keep going for hours. Anyway, so the one I chose was, and fuck you, by the way, I like Love Guru. Probably like the only person in the world that liked that movie, but whatever.
You and Michael Myers.
We watched Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. And yes, I was meaning to bring that up. Luffy is wearing a fucking really cool t-shirt. I gotta give it to you, man. That t-shirt is dope.
Yeah, and it's like, what I love in a t-shirt is like, and if you know, you know, kind of shit.
Well, explain what your t-shirt is.
Oh, it just says Haddonfield High School, 1978, and it looks like one of those like old kind of American college shirt things.
Yeah,
and it's like in the Halloween orange.
It is really cool.
It's just a Redbubble shirt, but
yeah,
I like ones like that much more than I like fucking just the Halloween fucking thing with the face and shit, like the movie poster.
Where'd you get that shirt?
I believe it's just a Redbubble special.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But you know what else you can get on Redbubble, Tim? Other than this fantastic t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, we just happen to have our own fantastic t-shirts.
T-shirt.
On redbubble.com.
T-shirt. I've been meaning to bring this up, actually.
Oh, what happened?
So, okay.
Do we get striked again?
Quick little side note here. We have merchandise on redbubble.com. I got an email the other day saying that another one of our designs has been taken down. And this is one that was made for us. Like we got someone to draw it up for us and everything like that. The first one is an image I found online, so I thought, okay, whatever, fuck it, I don't care.
Cool.
The second one, this one here, was like actually made for us, and it's come up saying trademark, and I'm like, the fuck it is? This is fucking drawn for us. What the fuck? And then I clicked. I done some digging. It's because of the Horror for Dummies name.
Yeah, it's the For Dummies people again, huh?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Every one of our shirts is limited edition, whether we like it or not.
So what we're trying to tell you right
now.
So
we'll keep putting them up, and they'll keep knocking them down.
Well, no, I'm not going to put them up again because in case something happens. But our Army of Darkness inspired shirt is now gone. You cannot get that anymore.
Dang.
But you can still get our Jaws inspired Horror for Dummies t-shirt. That's the last one, and once that's gone, once they flag that, I don't think I'm going to be doing t-shirts anymore. So it could,
unless we change the name of the show at episode 300 or something.
Geez, I'm not going to do that. I can't be fucked. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen in 10 years. I don't know.
We could just have HFD shirts.
Yeah, true. But then, like, what's HFD?
Yeah, but you just put HFD and then you just tell them to search HFD in the
True.
Horror for Dummies.
True. That's true.
Or H4D or something.
H4D. Maybe. But as of right now, you can get a cool Horror for Dummies shirt on redbubble.com.
Get it while it lasts.
Yeah, because it's not going to last long. I'm expecting them before the end of the year to flag it down and tell me to take it down.
Now I want to get one.
Well, hurry. Okay, so
well, I know what Santa's bringing me for Christmas. Also, Horror for Dummies merchandise makes an excellent gift for the horror fan in your life.
Imagine some mum just getting a Horror for Dummies cup. What's this, honey?
What is this?
It's Horror for Dummies.
Why did it say cunt so much?
Come on, mums fucking love us. Get your flange
Fuck
out,
yeah,
Mum.
they do. Get your rat out.
Show us your pink bits. Anyway, Halloween 4. So, we watched Halloween 4. I haven't seen Halloween 4 for many of years. And, it's not perfect, okay? It's not perfect, but I kind of enjoy this one. A little more than I remembered. There is a scene where Michael Myers' hair turns blonde, and I had to search up why, and apparently it was just a massive fuck up by the whole...
He's so scared.
But yeah, overall, that was decent. My daughter really liked this. I think she's more of a Myers fan than a Jason fan. My son, I think, is more of a Jason fan than a Myers fan. The next one we watched, they wanted to watch a Freddy movie, but we couldn't find one streaming, and I couldn't be fucked going downstairs to get my box set, so I came across another movie that I was hesitant as to showing them, but they saw the cover, and they're like, "Oh, Leatherface!" So we watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Is it that bad?
Not...
It's been a minute, I'll be real.
It's... Like, there's, like, compared to the other two, there's, like, pretty much no blood. But it's more how grisly it is.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty visceral, right?
And this is the movie. So for me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like a perfect 10. It's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I love... Give
it a solid 3 out of 10. Awful movie.
Okay. Be that person. I'll start calling you Ben.
What do you give it again?
Oh, like a 4.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
No, it wasn't. It was a shit episode.
Also, if this is your first episode, go back and listen to every single episode. Catch up, dude. Or do that.
Yeah, so I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. My kids enjoyed it, but you could tell that this movie was kind of freaking them out a little bit.
A bit much.
Out of the other movies that we watched,
well, they had Leatherface to worry about. They got the Garden Man, Garden People or whatever.
Yeah, you could just tell by certain scenes of this movie. Like my daughter, my eldest daughter, who's 8 years old, she was like backing up into her chair, like kind of getting freaked out by it. But, and then my wife thought we'd lighten, we'd lighten it up with the last movie. We decided to watch Psycho Gorman.
Oh, nice.
And they fucking loved it. They absolutely loved it. As I'm
Probably
sure
liked
most
everything about it.
most normal people do.
With their little brains.
They thought it was fun. Anyway, so that was my Sunday.
You're gonna say, what was it? What's that fucking movie? That nasty one.
What, Serbian film?
Yeah.
I'm not showing them Serbian film. My wife flat out refuses to watch that movie. She doesn't even know that I own it. And it lives in our house. Yeah. Don't
tell her tomorrow.
Don't fucking tell her, because I'll probably be told to remove it.
Get rid of that fucking.
So if we have a competition
that's your wife, right? That's what she sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much. Why does she sound like an old Marge Simpson?
So like, I've only got like 2 voices. Leave me alone.
So I got a chance to watch 2 new movies on the weekend.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm kind of wrapping up with my 2022 horror watches. Coming
so behind.
Coming into December, I'm going to start doing rewatches and organize my best and worst of list. So the movies I'm watching now are movies that I've heard other podcasters speak highly of. And the 2 movies I watched on the weekend are spoken highly from our good friends on the Friday Nightmares podcast. You know, Scott and Heather.
Who are they?
Scott.
No.
You probably don't know them anymore since you never fucking talk to them because you're rude.
I pop in for a funny joke and then leave.
Scott and Heather from the Friday Nightmares podcast. Good friends of ours. I would never say a bad word about either of them.
Nope. Especially not that bitch.
How dare you call her a bitch? She's a lovely Canadian lady.
I'm sorry.
I'm a little upset with Heather though. You know, I've been trying for months now to invite her onto our. Well, I've been trying to get her to say yes to come on our sister show.
To the dress?
No, our sister show, Wrestling for Dummies. You know, and she just
somebody.
She always declines. I don't know why she just doesn't want to come on our Wrestling for Dummies show. I don't get it.
And like, even when I can't make it, and there's like a slot right there.
Yep.
She just won't do it.
She just flat out refuses. She says no.
She says no.
I can't. I've got like Canadian geese to chase or something. I don't know. I don't know what she does.
Don't fucking chase their geese, man. They're fucking brutal.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're dangerous, bro. You don't fuck with the geese, man.
Like what explain. What
is it the geese or the swans? I think it's the swans, actually.
What happens if you chase a swan, a Canadian swan?
They attack you.
Yeah, but like what can they do? They got like tiny little teeth.
Just they take away your free healthcare.
You just got to take a book out of Australia and just punch them.
You can't punch these geese. They're
Why?
too fucking. They're loose necked.
I tell you what, I would not fuck around with moose. A moose.
Oh no, a moose is fucking huge.
Yeah. I know. That fucking saloon bar that I went for my birthday, they had like a moose on the wall. And it was like fucking nuts, massive.
You're like, oh, it's just like kind of like a horse size, which is, you know, big.
Yeah.
But it's like so much bigger.
How do you, are they like, moose is one, but what's like a multiple? Is it meese?
Mises?
Heather's up there playing with her mises. That sounds
I don't know. Let's look at moose plural.
I don't know. Anyway, so those lovely people from the Friday Nightmares podcast, we love them dearly, even though Heather's really rude to me.
It's moose, so like you get a bunch of moose or one moose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the
moose is a funny name for an animal. I keep thinking
collect.
the dessert moose.
Oh, that's not fun.
What?
A bunch of moose is called a herd. That's not.
Ah, okay. So it's like
Didn't have a fun name like crows and shit.
like
That's my favorite.
like a
one.
murder.
Murder crows.
Anyway, so Scott and Heather have spoken highly about a movie called When the Screaming Starts. And
Okay.
so what this movie is it's a film from Britain somewhere. I'm guessing London. I don't know exactly where.
UK somewhere.
Yeah, UK, whatever. And what it is kind of like a mockumentary about this guy who wants to pretty much be the next Charles Manson.
Okay.
And
That's kind of cool.
this documentarian dude follows this guy around, and he has all these plans to become the next Charles Manson. It's a comedy horror. I had a blast with this one. This one was a lot of fun. Scott and Heather were right. This one was a lot of fun. Did not pick the ending, and really enjoyed it. I don't think for me it's a top 10 contender, but I did highly enjoy it. I don't think it'll be a top 10 for you either.
I think you got to make me a list of stuff that you think could be in my top 10, and I'll blast through it.
Okay. Will do.
Yep.
The next one that Scott and Heather spoke very highly of, and actually said that they called me out by name, saying that, you know, and I quote, Heather said this, you know that guy that runs that shitty ass wrestling show that no one listens to, which is why I never come on it. Tim from Horror for Dummies, he'll like this movie. That's exactly what she said in quotes.
That's so rude.
Right? I know. I thought Canadians were meant to be nice, but apparently not.
Not that one.
So this movie that I watched, it's called Speak No Evil, and this is for pretty much everyone in the world except for Australia, streaming on Shudder. So I've been told. I don't know because Shudder is different here in the land down under. But this is a film. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a movie, right? It's a bit of a rough watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Okay, so let me just quickly get you a synopsis. I'm just gonna read it off IMDb because I kind of want people to go into this movie as blind as they can. But I'm gonna give you a quick little synopsis. So,
wait, if they do that, how are they even gonna see the movie?
Sorry, what? What do you want about?
If they go in as blind as they can.
Jesus Christ, This is why we're taking a break next week, because I can't deal with your shit 2 weeks in a row. Alright, so See No Evil. A Danish family visits a Dutch family they met on a holiday. What was supposed to be an idyllic weekend... Oh, fuck, that's a shit fucking plot for me. So basically we follow this Danish family, right? They're in a holiday, I think it's in Italy. And they meet up with another family, a Dutch family. And they kind of get along, they have fun while they're on holidays. And when the holiday's all over, the Danish family get a postcard from the Dutch family saying, hey, come to our house and let's catch up. So the Danish family do and drive to the Dutch's family house. And they meet and have fun, but this is a horror movie. So, of course, shit isn't it what it seems.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. That's all I'm going to say. This movie gets dark.
I like a dark movie.
And you won't know... You won't guess it. I don't think anyone will guess what this movie's going for. It is, for the most part, a slow burn.
Okay.
But I was so heavily invested into this movie. I was messaging Scott. There was about 20 minutes left of this movie, and I was messaging Scott going, dude, I think you guys hit the nail on the head. This one is probably locked into my top 10.
Really? Alright, is this going to go on my list?
Hold up. Then the next 20 minutes happened. And I haven't been as mad at a movie for a long time. This movie pissed me off more than Halloween Ends. With what? It's not how the movie wraps up. It's a certain character's decision in this movie or lack of doing in the ending of this movie that just fucking infuriated me. I honestly wanted to punch my TV. Like, something a character doesn't do shits me to tears.
Okay.
If anyone has seen this movie, please...
It's not recycling, is it?
Fucking... No, look, I don't want to give anything away. I don't even want to hint at where this movie goes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to spoil the movie.
But, and I'm still on the fence. Like, I still, for the most part, I love this movie. But it was the last 20 minutes that really, really let it down for me. And
I'm so curious now.
I don't know where I want to put it. I don't know if it should be, like, at the top of my list or the bottom of my list, you know? Like, honestly, this movie annoyed me that much that I could actually put it on my worst of movies of this year.
Wow.
Just because of something a character does that fucking infuriated me.
Oh, I want to watch it and see if I give a shit at all.
I don't think you will. It won't hit you as hard.
Yeah, okay.
If that's any hint of anything.
Something, children, something.
Sorry, you're making me think of The Simpsons now.
Family Guy.
Overall, Speak No Evil, I think is worth a watch. Okay. But be warned that it may infuriate you.
Consider myself horned.
Do it. That is it, man.
Pretty much an Australian bowler from the 90s.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's it. That is it for What Horrors Have We Done. Jesus Christ, we're going on to an hour now and we haven't even started the fucking movies. Let's do it. Question.
Are we talking about movies?
Question of the week.
Oh, shit, we still got to do that?
Question of the week. Question of the week for last time was a dumb fucking question, but there was a reason I asked this question, and I'll get to it in a second. But question of the week was, what's your go-to hangover food? So, we have B. Jermaine coming in saying KFC and chocolate always makes me better feel after one.
Ew, together?
I don't know. Always makes
like,
me...
does he get like a Wendy's ass choc top and he like puts a fucking leg in it?
I know, I think it's separate. Always makes beef better feel after one. I don't know if that means... Yeah, I don't know. Alan Chacha says Waffle House All-Star Special. That's
shit.
2 eggs. 2 eggs, a waffle, hash brown, and bacon. If I can't get that, pizza.
Hells yeah, that.
That sounds fucking amazing.
Do you get that on a pizza?
Jordy Vamvouklis, the Patreon of the week, says only because it fixes the hangover, scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Just regular scrags? Fair enough.
Pat Yee says the cornerstone of any nutritional hangover breakfast. Oh, what? Spam and jam.
Spam and jam?
He goes,
I like that it rhymes.
Yeah. Fry up a couple of slices of spam and put it between a couple of slices of white toast slathered with butter and strawberry jam. The ethereal mix of sweet and savory is a tantalizing orgy for the senses. I know it sounds wrong, but don't knock it till you try it.
I don't know if he's fucking with me, but I'll definitely try it.
I will try it, but
I'll try it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Nah, it's like salty, sweet. I could see where I could see.
I have peanut butter and sliced tomato on toast, so
yeah, that's fucked.
It's fucking amazing. Don't knock it till you try it.
Do you salt the tomato at least?
Do I what?
Salt the tomato?
Yeah.
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 Good. You should salt tomato. It tastes so much better.
Alison May Ferguson. Hey, Ali.
Oh, shit.
She says, Pizza World.
While.
I know Pizza World. Those pizzas are amazing. And she says, and sorry, Tim.
Oh, shit. I think I might know what Pizza World is now.
And she says, and sorry, Tim, but I have to agree that Macca's breakfast is the best hangover food for those seedy mornings. Really?
Thank you. Yeah, dude.
Oh.
It's McDonald's breakfast, bro.
I mean, look, it's not bad or anything like that, but it would not be my... If I could have anything, any form of food in the world to cure a hangover, Macca's breakfast is like the bottom of the list.
You don't even have to get out of the car. You're just like, give me fucking muffin, hash brown, hurry up, you dickhead.
Yeah, but there's so many other options that I'd rather. Zach Vamvouklis says chili. No.
Just a chili or like chili like fucking...
There was no plural to that, so I'm guessing just one chili. Zach likes to live life on the edge.
Dangerous.
Paul Marvello says Macca's hotcakes. Fucking McDonald's,
Fair.
really? Ronnie Pryor says Natural Harvest oysters. I'm not going to touch that. Samantha Day says...
Wait, is that a real thing, or is that like Nature's Harvest, like the cookbook?
We'll get to it later.
Okay.
Samantha Day says coffee, just coffee. I mean...
Nah.
Shut up, Sam.
Yeah, fuck off, Sam.
Speaking about someone who shouldn't shut up, we have the sexiest man in the world, Scott Crawford.
Oh shit, I remember who that is.
He says, a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich from McDonald's with hash browns and sausage patty on the side. The nasty-ass grease just fixes me up after a hangover.
Hells yeah, it does, Scotty.
Fucking McDonald's. Ryan Sorkner says Mountain Dew, water, and aspirin. Lots and lots of aspirin. No.
Well, I have to take aspirin every day or I'll die.
Fucking hell. Bit rough there.
Well, I won't die, but my blood will be too thick.
Suck shit, thick blood.
Yeah, it's because my arteries is so thin.
I'm going to start calling you mud blood.
Mud blood? No, it's the opposite. It's real thin blood.
It's just, never mind. Sam Edwards says, I guess I've never had a hangover despite having my fair share of heavy drunken nights, but I always crave Chinese food or French fries post-drunk.
Oh, mix them up.
Oh, dipping your French fries into Chinese food.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Kirsten Amber says bacon and egg roll. Nice. Kate Pollock says potato waffles piled with chicken-flavored super noodles with cheese on top, grilled. Give me them carbs.
That sounds like a nightmare.
That sounds very British.
It's very British, yeah.
Love you, Kate. Zim Vader says Panadol, or as Ronnie Pryor alluded to, anything from the Natural Harvest cookbook hits the spot quite nicely.
That's cum.
I replied to that going, yuck. And Zim commented saying, maybe for something different, you should let Patreons pick a meal for you to try.
From the Nature's Harvest book?
Yes. It's making me fucking queasy right now just thinking about that.
What? Like, I mean, you could make your own.
No. I'm not fucking cooking my own semen and eating it. Yuck. Okay. Off this subject, it's fucking messing me up.
I'll make you something, Tim.
Matt Wood posts a picture
I'll
of...
whip you up a batch or something,
Yuck.
Tim.
I don't want to fucking try your cum. Matt Wood posts a picture of something he likes to call the McMonstrosity, which looks
my God,
like...
please describe it to me.
It looks like a Big Mac.
I swear to God, I'm going to Scott Crawford right now.
Topped with a cheeseburger, topped with a double quarter pounder.
Whoa. I mean, everyone knows I invented the cheese mac, but...
Cheese Mac's fucking nothing. That's pussy shit.
No, it's not. It wasn't. It's just a delicious burger. If you don't know what a cheese mac is, you get the Big Mac, you take out the club, which is the middle part, and then you replace that with a cheeseburger.
That's boring.
It's delicious.
Why don't you make a fucking quarter Mac?
People did start building on the idea. The biggest one I saw was a pounder Mac.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just my arteries hurt.
Do you remember when people used to do that with Macas and shit?
No.
Oh, really? I think there was like a full phase where like Smitty used to do it, and then like
What? Just
other people, they'd get pounders and double pounders and stuff, and they'd come out like this big, and then they'd have to do this move. You know where you go like scrape your teeth to get a bite? They go on all the layers of like McMeat and McCheese.
Jesus.
And like basically the bottom bun just disintegrates from the fat.
That sounds
like you're essentially just holding this grease thing, and then when you like sort of push it so you can like pick it up, all the juice just flows out of it.
That's fucked.
It's nasty.
I mean, looking at this McMonstrosity, I'm so hungry right now, but still. Anyway, lastly but not least, Joe Jenkins says hot chips, scallops, and chocolate milk. See, that sounds nice too.
Hot chips, scallops, and chocolate milk. Why would you have milk and fucking seafood?
That's not seafood.
Nah. Scallops.
Potato scallops.
Oh, potato scallops. I thought it meant like fucking,
No,
scallops.
not fucking expensive scallops.
Got it. Potato cakes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so thank you everyone that got your answer in. On to this week's question of the week. This is more of a horror movie-based question, but
Boo.
What is the best cameo by a musician in a horror film?
Word Up.
What?
Word Up.
What up? You?
No, Word Up. That's the best cameo song.
No, not song. Musician.
Oh. Yeah, he's a musician.
Who's Word Up?
Cameo.
I have no idea what
Word Up. You don't know?
No, I don't know what you're on about.
Oh my god. People know. People are screaming.
In what horror film?
In, like, real life. There's an artist called Cameo, and he's who sings Word Up, and he's got the little red cod piece.
Yeah, but... Oh, fucking hell. Never mind. What musician from in any horror film is the best? Jesus fucking Christ, it's not that hard. Fucking hell. You make me feel like fucking Bad Santa when the kid keeps asking, do you want sandwiches?
I want sandwiches.
Like, okay, a few options here. Alea in Queen of the Damned? No. Alice Cooper in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare? We got Kelly Rowland in Freddy vs. Jason? No. Debbie Harry in Videodrome? Dee Snider in Strangeland? LL Cool J in Halloween H2O or Deep Blue Sea? Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection? Brandy in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer? Ice-T in Leprechaun in the Hood?
That's a good one.
Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne in Trick or Treat? There's a few. There's a few. So what's your favourite? Let us know. Fucking hell.
Does E-Pop count in, like, The Crow and shit?
Shit, yeah.
Then that.
Nice. So that's a good one. There you go. I'll have a better answer next week. I'll come up with something good. Okay. All right. Jesus. Okay. Now it's time to talk about The Hunger. Once again, It's been a fucking hour of bullshit. Jesus. All right, here we go. Feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
Sarah Roberts is in jeopardy.
Hey, lady. How about it?
Stay with her. Help her. For she has begun to feel the awful horror of the hunger. John Blaylock. The hunger has given him everlasting life. Until now. Pray for him. Miriam Blaylock. She feeds 1 day in 7 on the unsuspecting. And soon she will turn into something that you will never be able to forget. No matter how hard and how long you try, fear her.
What have you done to me?
Forever and ever.
And life signs terminate right here.
What am I going to do? The timeless beauty of Catherine Deneuve. the cruel elegance of David Bowie, the open sensuality of Susan Sarandon, combine to create a modern classic of perverse fear. Haunting, mysterious, sensual, strange, perverse, riveting. The Hunger.
We are here on feature presentation, and this movie was brought to us by Jordy Vamvouklis. Thank you, Jordy.
Thanks, Jordy.
You can also pick a movie of the week if you become a Patreon as well. Anyway, we're talking about a movie called The Hunger from 1983. This one comes in a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, and it stars David Bowie as John Blaylock, Catherine...
For a little bit.
Catherine Denevieve. Oh, fuck, I don't know. She plays Miriam Blaylock. Susan Sarandon.
Yeah.
And her tits.
And her fucking tits.
She wasn't bad back in the day.
She's not bad now, dude.
Yeah.
I'd still throw one up, Susan Sarandon.
She plays Sarah Roberts. We have Cliff...
In a romantic way.
We have Cliff DeYoung as Tom Harver. And Dan Hedier as Lieutenant Allegrezza. And I bring him up because he looked familiar. He's the dad in Clueless. And he's been in some other things.
He's a lot of people in a lot of things.
Yeah, he always plays like a bad guy or like a...
He's like grumpy. He's always grumpy.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with this thing?
This is directed by Tony Scott, who is Ridley Scott's brother.
Oh, it was Bauhaus. Bauhaus? Okay, whatever. How do we say it? Bauhaus?
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
This song at the start, like Bella Lugosi said, I was like, I know that fucking song.
Yes.
And it's a band called Bauhaus. Bauhaus? Maybe?
Yeah, I'm not too sure how you pronounce their name.
I listened to a lot of them when I was like going through my like full goth phase.
When you used to dress up as the Crow and stand in corners.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But like I used to get into a lot of them and like The Cure and Christian Death and all like the proper like 80s like Joy Division and shit. Anyway.
So The Hunger, the story of The Hunger is a love triangle develops between a beautiful yet dangerous vampire, her cellist companion, David Bowie, and a gerontologist, I guess. That's a shitty fucking plot summary. It's not a love triangle at all.
Gerontologist? Gerontologist.
That sounds better.
What is a gerontologist?
That sounds better. Let me read this one out. This is probably a bit better. And I'm sorry if this is spoiling anything, but this movie is from 1983, so you've had time. Miriam...
Okay. A gerontologist studies the physical, cognitive, social, emotional, psychological, and societal effects of the aging process on the human body.
Wow, so it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Miriam Blaylock is the last of a race of vampires who has lived for thousands of years, feeding off the blood of unsuspecting victims. To quell her loneliness, she promises her lovers everlasting life by injecting them with her extraordinary blood. What she doesn't tell them is that they won't live forever and will eventually start to age rapidly, suffering a painful, eternal, undead state. When her current lover...
kind of the Froggett is also cursed kind of situation.
When her current... Fucking, it's two Simpsons references in an episode. When her current lover, John, begins to show signs of aging, Miriam seeks the help of scientist, Sarah, who believes she has discovered the secret of eternal youth. As John rapidly falls into a state of eternal undeath, Miriam seduces Sarah and infects her with her own blood.
Yeah, she does.
Dun dun. In a sexual way.
In a hot scene with heaps of titties.
Yeah, there weren't. A lot of nice titties. Okay, so The Hunger. This is the movie that I honestly thought we'd never ever review on this podcast.
I wouldn't have picked it.
Yeah, neither would I. Nothing against the movie. It's just not like a top tier movie that I think we need to discuss. But since Jordy, who's a Patreon, picked it, we have to.
That's what you want? That's what you get?
Yeah. So this was my first time watching this movie, and I'm sure it was yours as well.
Yup. You'd think, like, it would have been a bigger movie, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, it's especially with David Bowie.
Yeah, right?
Like, first
like
cast.
He's bad in it.
I didn't think David Bowie wasn't that bad. I thought he was all right. For a non-actor.
I think everyone did. Acting-wise, this movie was pretty good.
Yeah, like it wasn't incredible or anything like that. Like, there was no performances I was, like, blown away, but
yeah,
there was nothing that I picked that I'm like, oh, that was rough. Or that was wooden acting or anything like that. I thought I was fine with the acting. Overall, how did you find this movie?
Meh. Here's the thing. It started out good.
Yep.
I was like, okay. And then it was a lot of like,
yeah,
come on, like, let's get it moving. Like, it felt like, I fucking got a note that it was like watching an A24 movie from the 80s before they really knew how to be an A24 movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, lots of broken glass and weird angles, and like, it was like, oh, this is so artsy, this is groundbreaking, but it just didn't feel like it was.
Yeah.
Then it picks up sort of at the end a bit. Like, it's just, it loses me a lot in the middle. It was a struggle to keep watching in the middle. I'm
pretty much the same. This movie, so I went into this movie absolutely blind. I thought it was about vampires, but when the movie started, I wasn't 100% sure. And then when you see characters in sunlight, I was like, okay, maybe it's not about vampires. Weird. Turns out this movie is about vampires. Yeah. This movie, for me, it had multiple scenes. Like the start really had me engaged, and then it kind of died off, and then something in the middle happened. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's picking up again, and then it would die off again, and it would keep doing that. It would keep like hinting at things that I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's getting good now. It's just a slow burn. It's going to have a cool payoff, and ultimately at the end, I was like, yeah, meh.
Yeah, right.
Like, it wasn't bad, but it's not a movie I'll ever return to.
Nah, I mean, maybe I'll return to about 5 minutes of it. But, like, other than that, not really, man.
Yeah, I know. Like, I liked the different twist on the vampire lore in this movie. You know, having to feed to keep young and all that stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's... Yeah. But isn't that what they got to do anyway?
Not really. Like, once they're a vampire, they're good. They're set.
But isn't that how they that it's not to keep young, it's just keep them alive.
Yeah, and alive. I don't really understand why this movie's called The Hunger though. Should it be called like The Aging or something like that? Like, there's nothing really about this movie that is about them being hungry.
Yeah, they don't really, it's not like other vampire movies where it's like they're like struggling with that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's some movies where they really play up how hungry they are and how much they must feed. And I guess there is sort of that scene with the little girl and stuff, but, like the violin chick.
I didn't take that as him being hungry. I took that as him trying to,
stave off being an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like, it doesn't really, like, it's not like, oh, I must feed.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I'm trying to be young again.
Exactly, yeah. There was nothing really... Yeah, like, there was nothing really...
about it.
Was there really... Besides, like, the ending, was there really any vampires actually feeding?
And if... It doesn't every time they cut them with that little knife, they feed?
I guess you're right. But yeah, you don't really see them feed. It's not like your normal vampire. It's like
not really.
Compare it to other vampire movies of the 80s, like The Lost Boys, Fright Night. Like, you see them feeding, you hear them talking about like
eating people and blah blah blah.
Yeah, like David from The Lost Boys. You will have to feed. In this one, no. It's more about
not really.
them not aging.
Yeah, like it was. I don't know, man. There's a whole heap to talk about with it. It thinks it's a pretty great movie. It was the vibe I got from it.
I mean, look, there's some things to like in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the makeup effects were really good.
Did you understand what was happening at the end? That was just all of her people coming back, right?
Yeah, I just guessed that her former lovers have come back to take her.
Because she buried them all alive. Like, she wouldn't kill them. I don't know why she didn't.
Yeah, but why are they still alive? Do they just...
Because they got eternal life, right?
So they're just alive, just...
But skeleton mummies and shit.
That sucks a bag of dick.
Yeah, it's not great.
Wow, that's a shitty fucking deal.
Yeah, because she buried Bowie and when he was still alive, and he's just like so old he couldn't do fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they all came alive. I don't know.
Fuck. So that's why he was saying kill me. Kill me.
Yeah, but she's like, I can't. I can't.
Wow, damn, that is a shit deal. So
Yeah,
with that being...
it's a mad Frogan is also a cursed moment.
With that being said, would you want to become a vampire then?
Yeah, but I'd eat a shit ton more people, stay young. Also, I'm a fat bitch anyway.
I don't think it is that. I think no matter how many people you eat, it doesn't matter. Eventually time will come on your side.
Maybe. I guess she's the only one that's like a proper vampire and she's not giving them enough to stay forever young.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. That's weird. But, I mean, like, look, okay, the things I did like about this movie, the makeup effects. Like, there is a scene where...
Boss, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, where David Bowie's sitting there and he's just rapidly aging.
The old man looks good.
It
like,
looks
all the old
great.
man makeups look good.
Yeah. And I kept thinking, when that was happening, I kept thinking, see, Shamalaya, this is how you make a movie about old people aging. Not old.
Fuck, what a shit movie.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Another thing I liked about this movie was the soundtrack, the score. Soundtrack and score. I mean, the movie starts off with Bela Lugosi is dead.
Gothy goodness, honestly. I was just like, ooh.
But
my
then,
fucking Kazaa days.
but then, like that song, like it's not like my favorite song ever, but
I like it.
I like it. But then the rest of the movie is like just very similar to like the Candyman theme.
Yeah.
Just nice, like classic piano style score. And I thought the score
It's a good
really
score.
worked for this movie. I really did enjoy the score. Once again, there are certain scenes in the middle of this movie that I really enjoyed.
Same.
Involving two females naked.
Same. Naked females.
They were really, yeah. Susan Sarandon was enjoying getting her nipple sucked on.
Yeah.
They was
Susan Sarandon's hot as fuck. I like Susan Sarandon.
I mean, like, I'm not going to say she's fucking the most drop-dead gorgeous celebrity out there.
I don't know, she's got those fucking crazy eyes, dude.
Yeah. See, I can count on my hand how many Susan Sarandon pictures I've seen.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not many.
Okay.
But, yeah. I did have a question, and I don't know if you'll pick up on it. What was the deal with the monkey?
I'm not sure. Did it maybe get vampired or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or was it just like an experiment that she was doing?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
But
I'm not sure if it was just an experiment or if it was like the monkey got like vampire juice in it or something. Yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah, I did not get the whole monkey scene of this movie. I don't know where it fits in. I'm guessing I'm missing
It was a
something.
fun sequence.
Yeah, like it looked cool, the monkey attacking the other monkey and then dying. But
Yeah.
I don't know how it fits with this movie. I feel like I'm missing something here with that.
Maybe. I didn't understand it either, honestly. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's kind of rough to talk about because it wasn't really much of anything.
No, like, yeah, look. Yeah, I just... I enjoyed the bits I enjoyed, but there was a lot of fluffy stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of artsy shit, lots of shots of glass breaking and shit like that.
I mean, like, the cold open had some really creative shots, and I feel for me, not knowing what this movie's about, it kept the story vague enough, and I still wasn't sure what this movie was. Was it a vampire movie, or was it just... At one point I thought, is this like a cannibal movie? So I think the cold open was actually pretty cool. When you had Bowie fucking being... What's the deal? Like, the cold open starts with people wearing sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
That annoys me.
Why?
I don't know. My wife fucking hates it when people wear sunglasses, like, indoors.
Oh,
and
I'll do that.
And
I'll do that next time.
I always do. But the thing is, my sunglasses are prescription.
Yeah, same.
And sometimes I forget my normal glasses at home.
So you have to wear them inside.
Yeah. Yeah. And she gets so mad at me. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Not fucking see?
Yeah.
So,
that's what she wants.
So yeah, if we were watching this movie together, that guaranteed that's the first thing that she would say. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I ain't got much more to say about it, to be real. What about you?
I will just say this one thing.
Sure.
David Bowie's teeth are fucking gross. You'd think for a fucking...
David Bowie alone.
I'm sorry, man. Like, you'd think for like a multimillionaire celebrity rock star.
Yeah.
Fix up your teeth, man.
It's also like back in the day, man. I don't think they had as good at dental stuff as they do now.
Still, are you a fan of David Bowie?
I fucking love David Bowie.
Why?
Because he's a fucking amazing artist and he writes fucking groundbreaking music and he's fucking sick.
I never really got the hype of Bowie. Like, his songs are fine. I don't hate...
His songs are fucking amazing.
I don't hate his songs, but there was nothing like Ground Control to Major Tom.
That's a fucking sick song.
You know the best part, the best version of that song, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, is when Adam Sandler sings it in Mr. Deeds.
No.
Yes, it was funny. That was the only... What? I don't know. Heroes? Oh, is that the song?
Heroes a great song. I like all these Ziggy Stardust stuff as well.
Yeah.
Life on Mars and Ziggy Stardust.
See, I've never deep dived into David Bowie's catalog. I only know his popular
I had
songs.
this like mad best of like over the years like fucking 6 CD thing that I used to just munch on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
If you don't like him, you don't like him, but I fucking loved him.
He's just never really wowed me. Like, his songs are like, yeah, it's Bowie.
You know what it was too? He did a bunch of stuff with like Trent Reznor in like the 2000s and stuff as well.
Yeah. Was it horrible?
So I was just like all in. That was good.
Was it really?
Yeah, he did I'm Afraid of Americans, which I think it's a sick song.
I don't know. Trent Reznor's another guy I could never get into.
Well, sucks to be you.
Does it? You like all these bands that are just... I don't know. They do nothing for me. Tool and Nine Inch Nails.
How dare I? How dare we have different tastes?
Yeah, right.
Stick to your southern country rock, my dude.
It's fucking bluegrass, alright? And bluegrass rocks.
Okay.
Alright, I got a bit of trivia here, if you want to know anything.
I mean, I could do it too.
Do what?
Dead South aren't that good.
Alright. Go listen to Bowie. Whatever.
I would honestly much rather listen to Bowie than Dead South.
Why? Because he's dead? Because you're jumping on the bandwagon because he died? Oh, I was David Bowie's biggest fan.
No.
Gotcha.
Because No, I listened to Bowie way before it. I remember when he fucking died. I was like fucking so sad. No, I just don't like Dead South music. I just feel like it's just a bunch of CZ Top rip-off shit.
Fuck off. Anyway, we're not getting into this discussion right now. You're completely wrong. Go and watch Halloween Ends and listen to David Bowie.
Hells yeah. Sounds like a fucking magical fucking evening.
Sounds like a horrible evening. Alright, bit of trivia here for The Hunger. David Bowie said that in order to make his voice suitably hoarse for when he aged so drastically in the movie, he stood up on George Washington Bridge every night and screamed all the punk rock songs he knew.
Sounds very Bowie.
I was going to try and do a David Bowie impression there, but I'm not going to. David Bowie actually learned to play the cello for his music scenes.
Okay.
This is interesting. In an interview with the Daily Beast in late July 2014, Susan Sarandon revealed that she had an affair with David Bowie while the two were working on this film.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
Also, David Bowie fucks, yo.
How do you know?
I mean, you just fucking read a story about how he fucked Susan Sarandon.
Okay, that's one.
It's one.
Has he got kids?
I don't know, actually.
And is that story that he fucked
Mick Jagger?
Yes,
or
Mick Jagger.
Mercury, or... Probably.
You do you. I mean, Mick Jagger's got a big mouth, so...
He does everybody.
Was David Bowie, like, bi or gay or...
Probably.
Oh,
Probably didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Probably did whatever felt good. Power to him.
One day during filming, costume designer Melina Canero, who was famously dedicated to a craft, disappeared and was nowhere to be found. It was discovered eventually that she had flown to Rome to purchase a fabric for a handkerchief David Bowie is supposed to wear. Unable to find fabric she liked in London, Melina had flown to Rome at her own expense to find the fabric she needed instead.
Okay.
The age of female vampire Miriam Blaylock was 6,000 years. The amount of time she had been lovers with John Blaylock, David Bowie, was 300 years.
Dang. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright. The film spurred a short-lived TV series of the same name, The Hunger, which ran for about 3 years. This was in 1997. The series, first broadcast 14 years after this movie, utilized the same title and vampire lore, but had no plot or character connections with this film. And last but not least, in September 2009, the Warner Brothers studio announced a remake of this movie, with the screenplay to be written this time by source novelist Whitney Schreiber. But to date, August 2020, the remake has not been made.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if they ever will, but we'll see. So, okay, let's just get to ratings now. I can't, there's nothing really more I can say about this movie. It was fine for what it was. One-time watch for me. Yeah. I asked, actually, while I got this, actually, I'll read this. I messaged Jordy asking him why he picked this film, and he said, well, it's an 80s vampire film, but not one of the classics like Lost Boys or Fright Night, which I love both. But I feel this has its own strange twist on the genre, and with Bowie being in it, just it's going to be a little artistic. So for a decade we both love, I thought it'd be fun to delve into a hidden gem. So there you go. Yeah, Jordy likes this movie. Sorry, Jordy, I'm not saying I didn't dislike it. It's just very on the fence for me.
Yeah, where are you at with it? What's your rating?
For me, it comes in at 5.5 out of 10.
I'm at a 6.
Okay, so we're basically the same.
Yeah, like it wasn't horrible to watch or anything, but it just wasn't all that much to snuff.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just, it lacked, I don't know, interesting scenes for me.
Fair enough.
So yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our raw review on Deadstream after this.
You're listening to the Horror for Dummies podcast, the dumbest horror podcast out there. Become one of the elite by joining our Patreon page. Or dress like a superstar with the official Horror for Dummies shirts available at redbubble.com. Thanks for listening. Now it's time for our raw review.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face down.
We are here on our Raw journey, and we're speaking about a movie that's streaming on Shudder right now. You can go and watch it right now if you choose to. It's a movie called Deadstream, and the story of this movie is a disgraced internet personality attempts to win back his followers by live streaming one night alone in a haunted house. But when he accidentally pisses off a vengeful spirit, his big comeback event becomes a real-time fight for his life. This stars and is directed and written by Joseph Winter and his wife Vanessa Winter, who was the main guy in this movie. He also did the last segment in VHS 99, the one where they go to hell.
Oh, yeah.
So you can tell, like, certain things.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot.
Yeah, okay. So, I wanted to do this movie. I spoke about it a few weeks ago on this show, saying I fucking absolutely loved it. And I decided we should do it here because I wanted you to watch it. Because I'm curious as to how you feel about it. Obviously, I've spoken my thoughts. Everyone knows that I really, really like this movie. It's pretty much locked in my top 10 of this year. I'm not going to tell you what number or anything like that, but I really, really had a good time with this movie. So the time is now. I was actually thinking about you while I was at work today. I'm like, maybe he's watching Deadstream right now. Oh, he's going to hate it.
I wasn't. I was at work.
Oh, well, so you watched it last night, or?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
It was an interesting day, actually. Like, it was so dead all day, and then there was just like a massive drop at the end of the day, and I was just like...
Drop it.
But it was one of those weird ones where they fucking, like, flail about. It's called a paradoxical overdose. And, like... yeah, anyway.
Okay. So the time is now. Tell me how much you dislike this movie. Go.
A 1.5.
What do you mean?
Out of 10 is how much I disliked it.
Yeah, I had a feeling you wouldn't like this movie.
What do you mean? That's how much I disliked it. Because the other 8.5 is what I like.
You threw me for a loop there.
You asked me how much I disliked it, not how much I liked it.
Very good.
So I just minus the how much I liked it from 10.
All right, let's discuss this one.
Sure.
So, yes, I'm so happy you liked it.
Well, if everybody does not know my history with internet people movies and streamer movies and influencer movies and stuff, I think they're always boring because they make the main characters... Well, generally what they do is they'll make the main character super unlikable, but then expect you at some point to care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's true. Just like, because there seems to be this disconnect and this disdain between like internet people and movie people, like, there always seems to be like there's the film people that are like elevated and above, and then like content creators, like,
yeah,
that are just like, you know, shitty influencers. And they're honestly like, when I see it, I seem to feel like an air of jealousy about it half the time.
I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where it's like, ugh, these stupid influencers, let's like murder them on the TV.
Uh-huh.
But, and this did do that. Like, I can't say it didn't, you know, kind of like super make fun of, you know, PewDiePie type people.
Yeah.
And those people that do that stupid shit. And yeah, and it is heightened because it's a movie and all that shit. However, they didn't want me to care about him.
True.
Like, they were just like, this guy's a piece of shit and we're gonna fucking fuck him up.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
So,
like, it was just...
Sorry, just before you go on more, just remember that this is spoiler free, so try to keep spoilers at a minimum.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I mean, that's not too... Is it?
There's not really, like... There's not really too
maybe
much
a little
to
bit.
give away. Unless you really want to deep dive into it.
Nah, because I do think it's better not knowing much about it.
Yeah.
But it is basically a lampoon of all those dudes who do those stupid fucking... Like, oh, we're going into a haunted house at like 3 a.m. and that kind of dumb shit.
Yep.
And it's just... It's a movie about a truly unlikable person, but it doesn't expect you to like him.
See, it's funny you say, like, unlikable. I love this character. I thought he was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny, like, but he's an obvious lampoon.
Yeah, but I mean, compare it to another movie that came out this year that has a social media influencer, Dashcam. Did you see Dashcam?
I liked Dashcam.
Oh, that's right, you didn't see it. See, I hated that one because I could not stand the main character.
Oh, I dug him.
Her.
Because he was like... Dashcam? What am I thinking of?
I don't know,
I'm thinking of the one with like Steve from Stranger Things. What was that one?
Oh, no, that was fucking... Jesus. That was last year's. Spree.
Oh.
Spree.
What is Dashcam?
Okay, I'm just going through my book right now. I don't think you have seen Dashcam.
That's just a bunch of dash cams.
Spree was more a movie about dash cams than Dashcam was. Yeah, okay. You need to see Dashcam. I'm curious as to what you think about Dashcam because it's similar plot, but I could not stand the character.
Okay, all right. Well, write it down on my list.
Okay.
See how many of these I can blast through before December.
Yeah, but for me, yeah, I don't know. From the moment you meet this character,
it made me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. He made me laugh. But I don't think you were ever supposed to like him.
No. No.
Like,
you wanted to see him fail because he was a fucking pussy. Pretty much.
He was always portrayed as this, like, very much kind of like a heel in wrestling sort of thing.
Yeah, like a cowardly heel, yes.
Yeah. Like, it was just... It was just good. And then, just everything he does is the wrong decision, and he's so fragile.
Yeah.
And he's so ego-driven while just, like, bringing absolutely nothing to the table as a human. Like,
another element I did like about this is the whole chat that's running.
I liked the chat. The chat actually seemed more of a legit chat than half the ones that you see in these movies where they put a chat.
Yes, definitely.
Where they're just like, you're a poo-poo dog fart.
Excuse me.
It's alright, it's been a big day.
It has been a big day. Sorry.
It's alright, big fella.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Fucking yawn.
Fuck you, bodily function.
So when I first watched this, I'll have to bring this up. When I first watched this movie, I was home alone. I had my kids asleep, but my wife was out, and I had.
If you haven't seen it, it's a good laptop watch. Let me recommend that.
Well, I watched it on my TV, and I had like my whole house, like lights out, dark.
Oh yeah.
And there was scenes in this movie that fucking scared me. Like when I say scared, not like I'm frightened, but like I was. There was some scenes I was looking behind my shoulder and shit like that.
Yeah, it was a genuinely good horror movie.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love this movie, man. I've watched it twice But I would love to watch it a third time and just watch the chat and read everything that people are saying.
Yeah. I also liked how normally it's just like, it's so pigeonholed in from one shot and all that stuff. And he like kind of incorporated how he can have so many shots in the movie.
Yeah.
As well, without spoiling.
No, that's not spoiling. He just said, hey, he has multiple cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say quickly, and this isn't really spoiler, there is another character in this movie, and she is fucking sexy.
Did you pick Thing?
No, I didn't. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When this certain character comes, I was kind of relieved, because before her appearing, there was a scene where I was like, it was fucking like really getting to me. I was like, this is kind of freaking me out a little bit. And then she came and
it
I'm like,
lightens up the movie.
It does, yeah. And I'm like, oh, kind of thank God. Yeah. Yeah, man. I really had a fucking great time in this movie. I think the effects for a low budget film.
It does remind me of a movie that I very much love. Without spoiling.
I think you can mention that movie.
I can?
I'm going to allow it.
Okay. It's very Evil Dead-y.
Yeah.
It's very Raimi, Peter Jackson-y.
So
It's just, yeah, I can see why you thought I'd like this.
Yeah.
For sure.
But at the same time, I was scared because I wanted you to like it so much, but I was like, oh, maybe I'm laying it on too heavy and he's not going to like it.
I forgot why you recommended it.
Oh, okay.
I thought you just wanted to watch it. Or you wanted a nice easy week because you'd already seen it?
No, I feel that this is probably... Because a lot of people are really enjoying this movie. And I can see it actually being one of the movies that might be in a lot of people's top 10s.
It's definitely a potential contender. And I think it's like, as far as like... I mean, I've already given away my score, so spoilers. As far as my 8s go, like, it's an 8.5. Like, it was so close to a 9, you know?
Yeah.
So close, but...
What dropped it for you?
I don't know. I guess I wanted just a little more kills.
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Like, maybe if other people appeared at the house...
Yeah.
Or something, like people...
I get you.
Yeah. If more people, they got killed, blah, blah, blah. That's it.
Yeah. I get you.
I think just a little more... Like, there was plenty of action, but like... yeah, just something, like another layer, you know?
Yeah. I get what you're saying, man. I do.
But it's still like really fucking good movie. Like, definitely... I could definitely say it, like, depending on, I'd have to check my list, but if it's not top 10, I'll be surprised. But it'll definitely be in the recommend, like in the honorable mentions.
There we go. Awesome. So, I haven't really heard many people say anything negative about this movie. I've heard people say it was fine, but I've never heard someone say it sucks.
Yeah, and it looked like it was gonna suck. Like, from the first 5-10 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna fucking hate this. You know, and then it come good.
It's funny, man. Like, Shudder is such a good streaming service.
We do suck its dick a lot.
But for reasons.
It really is. It really is.
For every year, I think last year, or maybe the year before that, there was 3 movies, Shudder original movies, that were in my top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think every year there is a Shudder movie in my top 10. Last year, I mean, my number 1, Psycho Gorman, was the Shudder movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, it was a Shudder
movie. I don't know
movie.
if it's a Shudder original, but Shudder now have it on there. Like this year, Deadstream is going to be in my 10. There's another Shudder movie that's in my 10 this year. So, yeah, I mean, Shudder is definitely... For horror fans, the place to go.
Yeah, definitely.
So you give this movie an 8, do you?
8.5.
Nice.
Honestly, an 8.9 if I'm being like hella specific, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm tossing up now that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna stick with my 9 now.
Okay.
But I'm probably gonna watch it before the end of the year, just so I can read the text. And it could go up to a 9.5. I doubt it will go to a 10 because the 10 is like just super incredible. But it's so close there. It's honestly one of my favorite movies of this year. And we'll definitely be talking about it at the end of the year. Who knows? I don't know what my number 1 is yet. I have multiple films that could be. And this is one.
Ooh.
So that's just saying something.
Yeah, definitely.
Either way, definitely recommend Deadstream. Just looking up the director, Joseph Winter. He did a segment in VHS 99. I just looked up his directorial credits. He's got nothing else coming out, but I cannot wait for him to bring out something else because I want to see everything he does.
Yeah.
He's got some shorts here that I might go and watch.
Why we're not competing for see how many movies we can do.
He's got one called There's Something in My Room. I'm going to see if it's on YouTube or something. So
okay.
We'll see. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for this week. Yeah?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet.
No, not unless we're going to spoil it, but I don't think it needs to be
It does,
spoiled.
yeah. It doesn't need to be spoiled. Just go into this. Don't watch a trailer. Just press play and enjoy. Do it. That wraps it up for Horror for Dummies this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, you guys never fail, and we love you for it.
Yeah.
As we said before at the start of this episode, there will be no episode next week. We apologize, but we literally have no time to record. Every time I'm free, Luffy's got something on, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's just a busy, shitty week coming into fucking Christmas time next week.
It is, and with everything going on in the next few weeks, we will be giving you episodes, but it's going to be busy. So we like to thank the Patron podcast for letting us be on their network. We thank those guys every day. We love them. Go and check out the Patron podcast as always. And I want to give a special shout out to Scott Crawford for always being nice to me.
Yeah.
You know, he's so lovely. That guy is just fucking like, he's basically Jesus reincarnated. And
looks like him.
And it really warms my soul that I have a good friend on the other side of the world. And Scott, I love you, baby. Anything else you want to say about anyone else?
No.
Rob Hungry also. I want to give a shout out to Rob Hungry as well. I've been listening to his other show, Slasher Radio, this week, and I'm falling in love with that show too, man. Go check out Slasher Radio and his other show, This Horror Life. Rob Hungry is a good friend of ours. He's also another really, really good guy, even if his views are a bit iffy at times.
Yeah.
He reckons Paranormal Activity movies suck. They don't. We'll have to do Paranormal. I'm thinking next year we should do some more franchises.
Sure.
Paranormal Activity, Final Destination, just all these franchises that Rob fucking hates, and we'll just
specifically the ones that Rob hates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for Rob. And then we can do something really nice for Scott, I think.
Like what?
I don't know, anything. We haven't done Gremlins. Holy shit, it's coming up to Christmas time. Maybe we should do Gremlins for our Christmas movie.
We could.
We could do that for Scott. Because Scott's nice to us.
He is nice to us.
I bet you if I asked Scott to come on our wrestling show, he would happily agree.
Scott would be there in a heartbeat.
I think so. Not like some rude Canadian person.
Who?
I don't know. Maple syrup lady.
Maple syrup, please.
I don't know. I thought about the most Canadian thing. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Don't they chug like bottles of maple syrup over there?
I'm sure they do. Wash it down with a nice milk bag. Yeah. But like...
It's so fucking weird to me that they have bags of milk.
It is.
It is. Like, is it like a shopping bag? Or like, obviously it's like...
No, they're like...
sealed.
Yeah, they're just like little, I don't know, bags of milk.
But how do they store them in their fridge?
I don't think they do that, I don't know.
What?
How do Canadians
just keep their milk out all day? I mean, it's really cold over in Canada, so I've been told.
I hope I don't just get a bunch of like breastfeeding videos.
It just...
Okay. Yeah, it just looks like a straight up bag of milk.
I'm going to check this out. Is it okay to leave stuff out there because in Canada it's always snowing?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't want to say too much about Canadians because I heard they're all really woke over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially from Ontario. They're all really woke.
Ew, Ontario.
We're going to get a nasty email one day. One day.
An email? Say it in the chat.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Fucking chat, whatever. Anyway, that is it for Horror for Dummies this week. Love you, Heather. You know we do.
Yeah.
Even if you are a moose riding, maple syrup guzzling, woke woman.
Beavers.
Yes, we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Until then, this is us saying goodbye. This is time you say goodbye.
Oh, say goodbye.
Yep, good work. And on that note, as always, every week where I go dip. Dip!
Dolphins can swing. So nothing will keep us together.